Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So it is day one of Concealer Hunt Week. That's what we're going to call it for right now until I can think of something a little bit catchier. But basically for the next 5 days, I'll be testing out a new concealer every day. Companies are just pushing them out and I am in the hunt for a new concealer. So, you know, win-win situation. Hopefully by the end of this, I will have a new favorite concealer. Day one is on a brand that I haven't tried much from, but they might have the best aesthetic as far as a makeup company goes. So if you want to know what that is and see how it works, then just stay tuned. So this is the Beauty Bakerie Cake Face Concealer. This retails for $24, but I think for the launch of it, they have it on sale for $20 because I got this for $20 and I'm looking at the website right now and it says $20, but it's on sale. The, you know, normal price of this, I guess, is going to be $24 for 0.14 ounces. This comes in 8 shades. And I believe how they explain the 8 shades, it's 2 shades for light skin tones, 2 shades for tan skin tones, 2 shades for dark skin tones, and then 2 shades for deep dark skin tones. So I've mentioned before on Twitter that if companies are going to use this excuse of, you know, only coming out with 8 shades so they can test the waters and see how the product is going to do, at least, you know, spread it out. Don't have like 7 shades of beige and then 1 shade for beige to contour with. So I understand, you know, what they're doing there with that, but again, only having 8 shades makes it difficult to pick a shade. So I went with the shade Your Brewtiful. Their names have cute little coffee references to them. I went with this shade. This is the 4th to last shade, I believe. So we're gonna see how this goes, but let me just go ahead and read the claims of this concealer. Everyone looks better after a cup of coffee, so drink in a dose of Your Brewtiful for all day perk. A medium to dark concealer with warm undertones, Your Brewtiful does the job better than coffee to wake up your face with color correcting full coverage formula. With 8 shades specifically brewed for full matte coverage, Cake Face Concealer is the perfect skin pick-me-up for hiding blemishes, spots, or scars. Cover up old acne scars or hyperpigmentation and drink in the smooth look of spot concealer for all skin types and tones. Keep your skin looking bright whether or not you skipped your daily dose of caffeine, so feel free to cake it on. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I swatched this on the back of my hand, and you all noticed it too when I showed the swatches on Snapchat, I thought it looked rather pink of an undertone. On my face, I'm still getting some hints of pink, but it is kind of the more neutral undertone, which is what I like. I don't get that very often in concealers, so that's why I went with this shade. So funny story, I'm actually starting all over again. I had to wipe the makeup that I had on off, which was just foundation. I can tell you right now, don't let that concealer sit on your face. Don't do it. It was, wow, it was a hot, patchy mess. Have you ever been doing your makeup before and just like, this is the moment that I know everything just went wrong? That was me when I tried blending it out, and it only sat for maybe like 30 seconds so I could put the concealer on my entire face. Don't do that either. So this time around, we're going to work in sections and we're going to work quickly. Okay then, so let's try this again. The first time around, what I had said when I first put it on is that it has this cooling sensation once you first apply it. We're gonna start out with the chin and just the chin. It still feels like it's not moving. Alrighty then, Concealer Hunt Week is already off to a great start here, isn't it? But this is the face I'm going to wear for the rest of the day. It is currently 12:09, so I'm going to go about the day and come back later so you can see how this held up and give my thoughts on this concealer. I literally always tell myself, you look like a naked mole rat when you don't put lashes on. And then I don't put lashes on, I get surprised that I look like a naked mole rat. I knew this already, but the whole day has just been a struggle. Today is my dad's birthday, like today, this day that I'm uploading this video is my dad's 60th birthday, so I was running late for his celebration. Just everything was a hot mess, but you know what? It is what it is. It is, let's see, 5:08, and this is what my face is looking like. So it's kind of early for me to be back, but you know, I'm positive that I know how I feel about this concealer. So let's just quickly recap what this claims to do. Full matte coverage, hiding blemishes, spots, or scars, cover up old acne scars or hyperpigmentation, all skin types and tones, keep your skin looking bright. Okay, blah, blah, blah. All right, so, like I mentioned before, you know, when I had to come back the second time to do my makeup, this is not the concealer that you leave on your face, you know, just let sit there, because some concealers, when you do that, it actually helps when you're blending them out, and then there are concealers like this where it does not help at all. If anything, it made things extremely bad. That's why I had to, you know, take it off and start all over again. Because it's sitting there on my face. When I did finally go to blend it in, it was really patchy, and not only that, it was picking up the foundation, so I was patting it on with a sponge, and when I took the sponge off, like, not only was the concealer lifted off my face, but it also lifted off the foundation as well, so that's why I just had to take everything off and start all over again, because some concealers, you know, you can kind of blend it to the point where it'll work on your face, but this, it was literally taking the product off of my face, so I had to start all over again. So do not let this sit on your face, and I would also suggest working in sections with this concealer, because I think it dries down really quickly. So again, once it dries down, it's been sitting there for a while, it's going to be pretty hard to blend out on your face. Now it says it's a full coverage concealer. I would say it's more so medium but buildable to full coverage. You can certainly get medium coverage with this if you want it. Can you get full coverage flat out, you know, just one layer? No, I think you're going to have to build to full coverage, but you can certainly get it with this concealer. It has a matte finish, and you know, that leads me to the whole creasing here with this concealer. Because it is such a matte concealer, I don't think I needed to powder that much with my face. You know, being that I have combo oily skin, I typically always set my concealer with powder, and I think because I was wearing that Bobbi brown foundation that is a very matte finish, and then I put this concealer on that's also a very matte finish, and then I put the powder on, you know, with creasing, the more products you have on your face, you know, the easier it'll be for that product to, you know, slip into those lines where your face is going to crease. And I think because I already had such a matte foundation with just the foundation and the concealer, that it was a little overboard with the powder, and that's why I am creasing even quicker in places that I don't typically, I mean, I do crease there, but not as badly. I feel like I'm creasing a lot worse in my smile lines and in this area right here. This area, always gonna crease. I don't even like hold it against concealers now. If I find one that I don't crease in, that's when we know that this whole concealer hunt is over and I've found, you know, the holy grail of concealer, so I'm not worried about that. But it's creasing like even more in this area, which typically doesn't happen, so I'm thinking it's because I went a little bit overboard with, you know, setting it. You definitely don't have to go that strong with setting this concealer because it is a very matte finish. So my thoughts on this concealer, it's a nice concealer, but I wasn't that impressed, if we're gonna be completely honest here. I simply do not like how this blends out. You know, I switched from the pink sponge to the purple one, thinking, you know, maybe one is better than the other, and then I switched how I was putting it on from all over my face at once to just in sections, and although the second time around, it certainly wasn't as patchy the first time I did it, the second time around, it was still stiff getting it to blend out. I literally felt like I was beating my face with the sponge, and you wouldn't expect that because it's pretty liquidy when it goes on, but it almost feels like it dries cream, or the consistency gets thicker when you're blending it out because it is a pretty thin formula, so that, you know, throws me off a little bit about it. And I feel like the blendability there really just kind of kills it for me, because other than that, I like I said, you know, I love the undertone there. Thank you, Beauty Bakerie, for, you know, looking out for us neutral undertones, because it doesn't happen often, but, you know, you can go ahead and expand the shade range there, because I've seen quite a few people complaining because it doesn't have yellow options there, so you know that's something you might want to look into. And you know, it has a very beautiful finish. It gives a very soft look to your face, and you know, I feel like the less products people can use on their face to still get the same type of outcome, the happier that they would be. So it's cool that you don't have to, you know, set it as much, because it is going to be pretty matte on its own. So like I said, that's why I feel like it's just an okay concealer. You know, I didn't think it did anything crazy, and you know, the whole blending thing really just kind of put me off there, so that's why I'm just saying it's just an okay concealer. So that is it for this video. Hope seeing this on my face and hearing some of my thoughts has helped in your decision whether or not you're gonna try this out for yourself. Make sure you tune in for tomorrow's video, because for all of you who want yellow concealer, do I have a yellow concealer for you. But make sure to thumbs up, comment, and subscribe down below. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Thank you.